Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the affinities of melanoglossus with the chordates. The chordates having the three basic characteristics. What are that? Presence of notochord, then presence of nerve cord and the gill slits at the any stage of the development. So, when we are discussing the affinities of melanoglossus with chordata, we have to discuss all these three characters and its resemblance in the word that is a melanoglossus. Bateson in 1887 included hemichordate in phylum Chordata. The hemichordates appear to resemble chordate with respect to three fundamental characteristics, which can be observed in the chordates. What are these? These are presence of notochord, presence of dorsal tubular nerve cord, and the pharyngeal gill slits. This notochord is a solid structure which develops into the what vertebral column in vertebrates. Then dorsal tubular nerve cord is a what the nervous structure which develops into the what brain and spinal cord in the vertebrates, and pharyngeal gill slits in aquatic organism. These are the pharyngeal gill slits. Then in higher organisms the function is taken over by the what that is the lungs. So the first that will discuss the what the notochord. In hemichordata or melanoglossus, the instead of the notochord there is a buccal diverticulum, means the structure which is derived from the buccal cavity. It is called as a buccal diverticulum. At the root of that buccal cavity there is a buccal diverticulum that is present in the hemichordata, and it was considered by some worker as a notochord. But modern workers of hemichordata do not accept this idea and have raised many problems. Why? Because this buccal diverticulum is hollow structure, whereas notochord is a solid structure. The buccal diverticulum is made up of epithelial cell, while the notochord of vertebrate it consists of large vacuolated cells. Then the buccal diverticulum has no enclosing sheath as found around the notochord. Means notochord having the what enclosing sheath around it, and the buccal diverticulum doesn't have. The buccal diverticulum lies ventral to dorsal blood vessel, whereas notochord is always dorsal to main dorsal vessel. The buccal diverticulum is small and confined to proboscis only, while the notochord extends backwards up to the tail part. So, even though this notochord and the buccal diverticulum, these appear similar in appearance, or appear that is a what the morphologically similar, but these having the what differences in these, and therefore it cannot be considered as a what the notochord, but it is a similar structure to the notochord. Then the second one is the what the nerve cord. Before starting the what that is the second structure, we'll discuss this notochord for a while. This notochord, this structure, it gives rise to the what that is a vertebral column in the what that is a higher vertebrates, and this notochord, the what the embryological origin of this notochord and the buccal diverticulum is also different. So when we are considering the affinity of the chordata, this is instead of that it having the buccal diverticulum, which is similar to notochord, but this is a notochord is a chordate character which doesn't resemble with the word that is a melanoglossus. Then the nerve cord, the collar cord of melanoglossus is dorsal in position and the tubular. Therefore, it has been compared with dorsal tubular nerve cord of the chordates, but in other features like the central nervous system, it resembles to that of the what invertebrate. But you can consider it is a word as a similarity with the word that is, or striking similarity with the word that is a chordate. That is a collar cord of the melanoglossus is the dorsal in position and tubular, and can be compared with the what that is a dorsal tubular nerve cord in the what that is a chordate. This is one is a similarity, and the next one is a gill slit. The most striking similarity between the hemichordata and lower chordata is the presence of the gill slits. Because these hemichordata or the melanoglossus showing the pharyngeal gill slit, and these gill slits are also present in the what that is a lower chordates. And these features indicate the common ancestry of the two groups. Means among the three characteristics or the basic fundamental characteristics, these melanoglossus shows striking similarity with the what that is a gill slit, so somewhat similarity with the nerve cord, and doesn't show any similarity. It's only the what that is a similarity with the notochord in the appearance. Previously, it was supposed to be the notochord, but there were these objections on that theory, and these are the what the differences between the buccal cord, notochord, and the buccal diverticulum and the notochord. The differences between hemichordates and lower chordates are more than the similarities between them. The main differences are the division of body and body cavity as seen in hemichordates do not occur in the chordates. Because the in body that the body division in hemichordate, that is what the proboscis, then collar, and the what that is the trunk part. The segmentation of body is conspicuous in chordates, but such type of the segmentation it is faintly expressed in hemichordates or not seen. And circulatory and nervous system of hemichordate is like those of the what invertebrates. Though the what the nervous system of the melanoglossus, the position of the collar cord is similar, but it resembles the what that is a like that of the what the invertebrates. And there is no post-anal tail in hemichordata as present in the chordate. One of the important chordate character is the what the post-anal tail, means anal, the tail is present behind the anus, and that is we called it as a what post-anal tail, and there is no post-anal tail in the what hemichordata. So this is the what the similarities and dissimilarities of these melanoglossus with the what that is a the hemichordate with the chordates. Then the affinities with the what that is a, these are the protochordates, urochordata and cephalochordates. So the affinities with urochordata, the similarity with the urochordata is present in the pharynx and the branchial apparatus of both. Branchial means the gill apparatus or the respiratory apparatus and the pharynx. The development of central part of nervous system is quite similar in urochordates and hemichordates. So the relationship between becomes difficult to establish between the urochordata and the hemichordata because the chordate nature of hemichordate itself is a questionable. And the resemblance are due to the fact that hemichordates are very remotely connected to the central stalk from which the urochordates have descended. So these are not quite similar, or the what these are not very resemble to each other in the development and other structures. Then the another group from the protochordata, that is what the cephalochordata. To the cephalochordata, melanoglossus shows similarity in structure and function of the branchial apparatus. Means to urochordata and cephalochordata, these hemichordate show only the similarity in the structure and function of the branchial apparatus or the pharyngeal region. And the arrangement of the coelomic sac in the cephalochordata is also similar. The presence of unsegmented muscle fiber is present in the melanoglossus, and the dissimilarities in the development history stand as a barrier to establish any close relationship between them. So again, it doesn't show very close relationship with what this cephalochordata. So the hemichordata or the melanoglossus, it shows the what with the chordate, it shows the striking resemblance with the only the what that is a gill slit in chordate also, and in the what that is a protochordata and the this urochordata and the cephalochordata, that they appear very striking resemblance with the what that is the structure and function of the branchial apparatus or the what that is the gill slits. Other features are not quite resembling, and that shows the what that is the differences between them. And this and again the body division, then the segmentation, circulatory and nervous system, or it is like the what that is the invertebrate. There is no posternal tail. All these are the similarities with the what that is the similarity. All these are the what the dissimilarities of this chordate with the heavy chordata. But the in basic fundamental feature, it resemble only with the word gill slit, not the nerve cord and the notochord. Initially, it was supposed that it is the buccal diverticulum was considered as a what notochord, but due to all these objections, it is very much different from the what that is a notochord, and the what even though this looking similar, but there are the many differences in between this notochord. So this is all about the what the affinities of the what that is a melanoglossus with the what the chordates. Thank you.